morning, everyone. At this point, you can see 1, 2, 3 mothers. She's out there. So all of us, we're going to stand for these mothers who are here with us. Please, all of us stand. Men. No, mothers, we may be seated. Mothers may be seated. Only men, children, and the rest, and me. Okay, so we're going to give a round of applause, a big applause for our mothers, please. So this is just to appreciate them, okay, for their sacrifices. Please may be seated. This is the official recognition and to appreciate them for their sacrifice. So, like as I said from the beginning of the Mass, so today we celebrate Mother's Day. And I would want just to exhort the mothers and to encourage all of us on how we can dedicate ourselves on the appreciation of our mothers. Sometimes we forget these little things that our mothers have done to us, but rather what we see is complaints. Sometimes we complain a lot instead of appreciating them for their sacrifices. So I just want us to appreciate our mothers because, as I said, all mothers are women, but not women are mothers. And you know that in the plan of God, when God created Adam and Eve, with their falling, from grace, in the book of Genesis chapter 3, we hear that God gave the commandment. He told Adam, for you to find to eat, you have to sweat, meaning that you have to work. You have to work. And God gave the woman the vocation to bear children, and you're gonna bear children. So we see the distinction that the vocation, the primary importance of the woman, the vocation of the woman is to keep kids, take care of the kids. And the primary vocation of the man is to provide for the family. And that's it. But so we see the deterioration of the relationships and family care that today men don't care anymore. That's why we have a lot of single mothers and those single mothers, why? They still care for their babies. They are still with their kids. So you can see the hand of God to say, God really, really, really holds the woman closer to his heart. That is why when we talk about procreation, God creates, but to procreate needs a woman. That's why it's procreation. So it's like they are co-workers, they are collaborators with God. You discover that just by man himself, he cannot procreate. But he needs a woman to procreate. And the woman is the one who procreates. A man can just impregnate even 5 women at a time, and then he runs away. That is why we have fathers of many nations. They are guys, they run, for example, they'll come from Latin America, they'll be here in the States, there they have left kids, and then here they'll have kids, and then here they'll just plant kids in Florida, they go to Texas, they plant kids, they go to North Korea, they plant kids, and they keep on running away. But who takes care of that kids? There is that one woman who cannot run away from that situation. And there's that one woman who says, I'll take care of this and I am strong because I know that God is with me. And those women are there. And again, we see that there are those women who are not even eligible to be called mothers. And those women are the women I see running to Washington, D.C., saying, my body, my choice. A mother will not go to D.C. and say, my body, my choice. Let me decide what to do with what I'm carrying. A mother will not do that. A woman, of course, she's a woman, so she will run to D.C. to go and complain there so they can hear her. But a woman will not even just waste her time to go, a mother will not even waste her time to go there because she knows that I am the procreator. I am helping God to make this creation. So therefore, I'm going to do this because it's the vocation that God gave me. But with the coming of the feminism, we discover the feminists, they don't want to hear everything. They want to keep their body and everything as though it belongs to them. And then they're like, no, I'll not have kids. And since they want to have kids, and then we see that there are men who start running away from their wives because they see somebody who looks better in the street than their wife at home. And they forget that their wife was the same as that woman outside there before they married this woman. But after marrying this woman, they brought her at home. She has to cook, she has to bear kids, she has to take care of everything in such a way that sometimes she's busy, she forgets to take care of herself because she needs to take care of other people, the husband and the children inclusive. And then that beauty which was there, splendid, it's like disappearing. And then this guy's like, I think I saw somebody outside. No, it's better I go outside. This woman, no. He runs away. But he forgets that before putting this woman in this situation, this woman was as exact as the one who is outside there. But because this one has chosen to be responsible, to be a mother, and then this guy runs away from them. So I'm like, men, we need to appreciate our women. We need to appreciate these people. Because sometimes we don't appreciate them because what we are seeing outside there, we are seeing somebody who is irresponsible, and then we want but we forget about the vocation which this woman has for us at home. So we need to appreciate them. And then going back to the children, sometimes children, they do not appreciate, they complain. There are kids who keep on complaining. Sometimes kids, they don't know what is going on at work, what their mothers go through at work. Their mothers have to wake up around, probably some of them 4 or 5. They need to go for work and they need to come back. And you, the least thing you can do is, Mom, please, thank you so much for what you're trying to do for me. That's the least thing you can try to do, the least thing. But what do? We compare ourselves with the kids, with the bourgeois in schools. Oh, this one has the new iPad. This one has the new phone. Therefore, Mom, I want it also. Do you even understand what your mom is going through at work? But rather, we just want to complain. Mom, I need this. Mom, I need that. My friend has this. Do you understand what your friend is going through at home? The parents, how probably fat their pockets, their bank accounts are comparing to your mom. So we really need to appreciate our parents. And then we parents also, we need to set up rules and commandments. That is why the first reading, the gospel today, is very, very important, because we see that we are living in the universe. This is the house of God. Where we are living, the universe is not our home. Even though we have whatever we have, but it doesn't matter, it is not our home. That is why we do not have the control of everything that happens in the universe, because it belongs to God. Neither can we control our lives, because it belongs to God. Therefore, in this universe, God gave us the 10 commandments for us to live in harmony, to live in peace with one another as brothers and sisters. God gave us these commandments, and He tells us, the one who loves me will keep these commandments. So we see that loving God is same as keeping commandments is same as loving God, implying that if I disobey the 10 commandments, the love of God is not in me. So this applies also to each household, to each home. A home without rules, a home without regulations, a home without commandments is a fallen home. And in this home, they will never have peace, because it's like the fighting of the fittest. Each one does what he feels like doing. And if each one is doing what comes into their mind, I can leave my house at any time, and then I can come back home even at midnight, doesn't matter. I can get home, I can eat whatever I want at any time, it doesn't matter. Each one eats at his own time. There is no like hours of eating together, hours of family just coming together. There is nothing like that. And you discover that people, they don't even know each other. The mom and dad, they don't know their kids they don't know their father. So you discover that each one is so confused in the house because there are no rules. That is why it's more important that parents set up rules. You tell your kids to say, hey, this is my house. You cannot enter my house and bang the door as if it's your house. No. You have authority. It's like you are God. God has authority over us in this world. We cannot just come into this world and bang the door to God and tell whatever you want to tell God and then go scot-free. We'll pay for it. Same applying to your houses. In our houses, we need to put those set of rules in such a way that no child will just be there disrespecting us. Kids now disrespect their parents. They can talk back at their parents. They set rules in the house. Mama can come in whatever I want to come in, at whatever time, whatever hour, I don't care. I can eat whatever I want to do. I can do whatever I want to do. You can talk, you cannot talk, just keep quiet. And parents, they obey the rules of the kids. But I'm going to end with the citation from the book of Proverbs. So Proverbs chapter 13, verses 24 says, the man or woman, sort of, who fails to use the stick hates his son. The man or woman who fails to use the stick hates his son, and the man who is free with his correction loves him. And most of us, we are doing the contrary. We let everything pass by to our kids and we think that we love them. The Bible is clear. The Bible is our guide. In everything we are doing in this life, this is our guide. So when we think that by not spanking a child, even just making correction, sometimes even just think, their parents were even afraid to say, I'm not giving you the phone, you will not have it for the next 3 months. They are afraid. They are afraid. Oh, because when I do this, probably he's going to go nasty, because he's going to do this, because he's going to eat. And therefore, no, you are in charge. You, if possible, use a stick. If you cannot use your hand, use a stick to correct the child. And you'll see that the child will be corrected according to the will of God. That is why today we hardly see vocations. People do not even listen to the voice of God. Neither can they. If they can't listen to the voice of their parents, how can they listen to the voice of God? They can't, because they want to do whatever they want to do. And just know that these kids, they don't love you if they don't respect you. If they don't keep your rules in the house, just know that they don't love you. God, that's why Jesus is clear. If you don't keep my commandments, therefore you don't love me. If you love me, you will do as I tell you to do. Therefore, please educate us parents. Allow us to grow in a good way, to follow the footsteps of Jesus Christ. And that is the vocation that Jesus is giving us today, and that is the calling. Let us not be afraid. Let us do what is correct. And therefore, my brothers and sisters, we're going to continue praying for our families, praying for our mothers, and praying even for those women who don't want to be mothers. As I said, sometimes the word women, because nowadays even men wants to be women. Everybody wants to be a woman. Oh, Dios mío. So let us just pray for them. Pray for them. And tell those men who want to become women, you'll never be a woman, you will never be a mother, because you don't know how it feels to be a mother. You're a man. So we need to educate those people. Let us pray for one another so that God may bless us all. Amen. Amen. Please stand.